welcome back for the third time. Hopefully, a little bit more stable now. Had to restart my computer, and I'm hoping that's the kind of fix all it usually is. But yeah, we're getting back into it. I'm not going to do a long recap, but the crew has been assembled. They've kind of joined forces and made their own unique faction aboard the Defanda station provided by Zerka, and they've actually accepted they're taking their next mission. They're going to be taking on the mission we're going to call Assassinations and Acquisitions. The Hut boss has asked them to make their way to planet Dom, what's it called? Dom Braden, and assassinate a Yuzon Vong commander named Vrek Pell. And asking them while they're doing that, because the Yuzon Vong commander is going to be meeting with a mercenary company named Euroidium Mutts. And he wants to the Hut wants to make sure that this alliance doesn't come to be. Boss Granick wants to make sure you assassinate that commander, throw the Yuzon Vong into a bit of disarray, and see if you can convert the Euroidium Mutts and have them take a contract with the Huts. And if you do so, he's going to reward you pretty well, connecting you into the Hut's underworld smuggling apparatus and helping you provide, or find, I should say, enhanced items pretty easily. And with that, you guys are going to kind of get a chance to speak with Boss Granick and find a little bit more information out. But before we kind of dove into that, is there anything anybody wants to do at the start before you guys kind of get the details and embark on your mission?
If I may, I want to say out of the character, that description was the most Star Wars description I've heard in a while and made me smile.
Nice.
Crap. I just realized that the game did the thing where my credits disappear. And everybody else might want to check yours.
Disappeared your credits on you?
Yeah, I mean, I know I didn't have 0.
Yeah, no credits.
Weird. We will figure that out. Is there anything that you wanted to buy before you embark on your journey?
Med packs, just, yeah.
Oh, actually, I meant to do that too before we embark. So before you guys set off with your mission, you do get some faction benefits. You guys are all still in good standing with your own factions. Let me post this in there again so you guys know what you get and what you can roll. We can do that now.
I do actually have a question. Have people been moved onto the station yet, or is it still pretty barren, save for us and some droids?
So it's still barren, and I don't know if I mentioned this before, but the Zerka chairman or the Zerka isn't going to be providing you guys with people to kind of man the station or run it. They got kind of a droid maintenance and crew to kind of keep everything running, but you guys will be able to kind of reach out and bring people in and kind of resources in depending on kind of what types of missions and things you guys do.
All right.
So it's pretty much deserted. You guys, and after you guys had that confrontation with the exchange, the Zerka chairman would have bailed as well, or kind of after he spoke with you guys, he would leave and kind of make his way back to the corporate sector, and you guys would kind of have the run of the station to yourselves.
All right.
Yeah, so we'll do the faction stuff. So I posted in the channel, so you guys each get different resources basically at the start of an adventure. Some credits as well to buy things, and depending on what type of faction you're with, the Huts get substances and ammunition. Zerka gets technology and med packs. You guys can roll whatever that dice is, and you get to pick from that group what you get. So I think for the Mandalorians, you get 1d2 ammunitions or barriers. So if you needed some more of your, what do they call it, the fire ammo, you could get some of that too from that.
I have another question. Could those med packs be swapped for repair kits?
Oh, technology I think has repair kits.
Oh.
I'm like 80% sure. Check that for me though, but if not, we can definitely swap it.
Where do I find that again?
It's under enhanced items, consumables. And then you can you can't filter towards technology, but you can sort towards technology.
I see.
And it has to be, I think, was it premium or below?
There is the Mark II repair kit.
Nice.
So all right, so I get 4,000 credits.
Teague and I rolled credits for the Dominion.
Oh, do we pick one or the other? Or do we
No,
get the
you get
credits in? Okay. All right, cool.
Oh,
So 25.
well, I messed up.
And I get 4 substances. What do I want?
Yeah, they've got some nice substances there. Basically, this is kind of like basically your faction kind of helping you equip yourselves for whatever's going on. So they give you some credits that they can spare, as well as whatever kind of the resources that fits them would be. So the huts, they've got their own sector, but they're definitely kind of more gangsters and smugglers. So they've got spice coming out everywhere. Zerka's a technology company. The Mandalorians like to explode stuff. The Sith kind of have a little bit of a mixture.
So, what restrictions are there on the types of explosives?
Just premium or below.
So, a thermal detonator. What was that fall under? That's it. That's cheesing it, though, I think. Oh, man. Wait, premium or below?
I want to make sure I read that right. What I post in here? Yep, it has to be consumables. Yep, premium below.
Oh boy.
Oh, so it's not just like spice. It's good stuff.
Yeah, so spice, alcohol.
Oh.
For yours, yeah, because you've got what was that? You've got 2 you could choose from. So a hut cartel, you get substances or ammunition. And with substances, there's let's see what this stuff in there.
Nice. And you said premium or below?
Mhm.
Man, I'm gonna be addicted. Let's go.
You know what? You said premium. I'm gonna take a plasma charge.
Nice.
Because I rolled 1. So I'm gonna get one good thing. 1 plasma charge. Let's see. Maybe we need to blow a hole in something. Who knows? All right. And credits. Ah, yes. Oh, boy. Okay.
Sweet. So you guys are figuring that out. Basically, yeah, this is kind of you get like a little shipment of supplies from your faction, including some of the credits and resources to help equip you out for your next mission. You guys are going to be told. But one of the things actually I should mention on the ship, there is one droid that probably stands out. It's a little protocol droid that seems to be organizing everything, kind of on the to find the station as well as kind of your liaison between the station droids and yourself. It's definitely kind of a silver plated droid, high sheen, definitely has that protocol droid look, rounded face, and it addresses itself as I3. You see it goes, "Welcome, Masters. We have a communication line open to you with Boss Granick from the hut. He is ready to brief you all on your next endeavor. Please feel free to use any resources the station can provide, and we'll escort you to the room when you are ready."
C4 will look at this inferior model and will not address it. Simply go towards boss. My brain keeps going to granite. Is granite correct?
Kind of like that with a C instead of a T, so Granic.
Granite.
Mhm.
I'm gonna mess that up a couple
Oh
times.
yeah, no
I'm
worries.
sorry.
Yeah.
So he'll make his way to boss granite.
Well, Vars will offer a curt thanks, and then make his way over to the meeting room.
Malachi will silently follow.
Perfect. You guys are led into the conference room. Still kind of that very lavish decorations mixed with each of your faction symbols behind your seat. But in the middle of the table, you see a hollow projection of a large hut. You see him kind of smoking a big cigar, kind of puffs of smoke, filling the hollow screen. And Val, as you walk in, you kind of see him, the big hut face smile, and his eyes get even wider. And he goes, Val, my old friend, good to see you. I'm glad you decided to jump on board this endeavor. I feel it'll be lucrative for us all.
Boss, yes. Val will carry this out. You shall see. Have you met my new friends? They are not real warriors, but they fight in their own way.
You see, his eyes go wide for a minute, but the smile remains. He goes, "Oh, love your sense of humor, Val. Don't ever change. I've heard good things about you all, but I am glad you all are here to take this on. The Vong. They just don't know how business is done, and we gotta teach them how business is done. The huts we've been around for eons. The Vong are gonna know why we've been around for so long. But let me give you the skinny of it. Right now, on Dam Baran, and that's in the Yuzon Vong space, they took that territory from us. The Exchange have set up a little bit of a base in that planet. Those Exchange cowards are working with the Vong, and right now they're trying to recruit a group called the Oroidium Mutts into the operation. And we can't let that go down. The Mutts, they're pretty ferocious. And actually, everybody give me a lore check, too, to see what you guys know about the Mutts.
Lore.
I know lots about the mutts. Hey, not bad.
Nice. You guys are pretty on the ball so far. Who are we missing? So yeah, you guys have all heard a little bit about the Mutts, at least. The Oroidium Mutts are kind of one of the premier kind of mercenary units in the galaxy. They have pretty much fought on all sides of the Dominion and Sith War. They were with the Republic for a while. They were with Dominion. They've taken work for Zerka. They've been all around, pretty much. They go to the highest bidder. They finish out their contract, and then if there's another more lucrative contract, they are not opposed to switching sides. They're pretty. The interesting thing about them, though, is even though they kind of switch allegiances, they're a pretty elite unit. They are led by kind of the a captain that they call Onama Svin. And he's a human, but he's about probably early 50s. He's been leading the Mutts for the last 20 years. And he's pretty much brought what used to be a pretty mediocre mercenary company and put them to one of the tops of the galaxy. They've got their own ships. They've got their own troops. They're pretty focused, and they won't cut and run when things get difficult. They're definitely a mercenary company that can help shift the tide of a battle if you've got enough credits to afford them.
Given C4's history as a mercenary, would he have ever worked with them or worked against them in the past?
Definitely. So yeah, you're a mercenary, and C4 is definitely talented. I'll let you decide. Has he worked with them or against them? We kind of come up with what happened there.
I'd say both. Probably worked with them, but he wasn't probably up to their kind of stuff, given his a bit more of a slightly treacherous ways, slightly cowardice ways. So it would probably lead into an eventual C4 would call it a rivalry, but it's more of they have a disdain for the droid, and the droid has a disdain for them.
That makes sense because they are a professional unit. A lot of the merc companies are a little bit more lax and a little bit more kind of we play by go by the seat of our pants. They are definitely have a little bit of military discipline, and I could see them not liking some of C4's treacherous style too.
Yep. So C4 seems very happy for a droid at hearing like, oh, we get to destroy those guys? But he still says nothing, simply looks satisfied.
You see Boss Granick take another like puff of his cigar, and he goes, "So, we're bringing you all in. We need you to do two things. One of them's real important. One of them's a little bit important. We got a new Vaughn commander entering the scene. Verk Pell. He'd been the one that's been hassling the Republic until those cowards just cut and run and surrendered, basically. But now he's coming over, and we think he's about to make a major push towards Hut space, using the Mutts as his vanguard. So what we need y'all to do, real easy, we need you to just go in, clip the Commander Vekpal from the Vong, and see, there's a bit of cherry on top, but see if you can convince the Aroidian Mutts that the Huts or the Vong are a losing bet, and that the safe money's with the Huts. That we'll pay them better and we'll treat them better. If you guys can do both, we'll make sure we can help equip your little station out. We'll send some funds your way and hook you up with our own smuggling network so you can get whatever goods you need. But you gotta, I'm not gonna say it's not gonna be challenging. You gotta go behind enemy lines. Don Bradan is controlled by the exchange, but it has a healthy Vong presence on it. And you gotta find a way to both talk to the Aroidian captain and clip the commander for the Yuzon Vong, all without having a whole hostile planet against you. But I believe in you guys.
Yes, boss. We shall let them know how the Huts pay. Shall I offer them the premium rate of which you offer me, 100 credits per job?
You see his face kind of like it flexes, like you kind of see his like poker face break a little bit. Val, that's a special rate for you. I'm gonna send the contract your way. You just show them that contract and let them know that the Huts pay real well. Just say, don't even credit them out. Just say, hey, I've worked for them and they've treated me well, and we let you keep your technology. We're not gonna make you change your religion.
Yes. I shall give them the contract.
Did you say 100?
Premium rate.
We don't need to talk about that, Vars. I know you Mandalorians have a different negotiating tact. Val here, he's a killer though. He put me up against the wall, and I had to give him what he wanted.
Oh, I believe that.
Yeah. You really put that whole Hut bargaining to the test at 100 credits a job. Okay, so contract. Obviously, if they don't go for the contract, the next best thing would be to wipe them out, right?
We won't be able to wipe out the whole unit, but
Yeah.
we would prefer if you can't make a deal with them. Because right now, from what our intelligence said, just the captain and some of his honor guard are on the planet. So if Nama doesn't want to play ball, it may be worth it to just take him out. And then we can see if his second command back at their home base wants to negotiate too. But we prefer not to muddy the waters and piss off the Aroidian Mutts. It'd be nice to have them come on their own volition.
Luckily for you, Boss Granick, I myself have had some dealings in the past with these fellows. I believe the business tact I have gained from working with Zerka so fervently shall put us on the right path.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Yeah, Zerka drives a hard bargain too. But yeah, convince him Onama's old school. He wants the most credits they can fill his pouch with, and he wants to be on the side that's going to win. So just put it to him straight, put a little charm on it, and see how he falls. But we want to make sure we send a message, though, with the Vong. We want that Commander Vrek dead. Dead, and if you could put his body in a public place, Val, you know how we like to do sometimes. I mean, we'd send a message that the Hutts aren't to be messed with.
Yes, I shall challenge him to a duel. If he is worthy, I shall slay him.
Ooh, Val, we need him dead this time. I mean, he kind of looks around at the crew. Malachi, you Dominion. If Val takes his hands and says he's not worthy, just choke him out, throw some lightning. I don't know. I mean, do whatever you Sithy guys do. Just make sure that he's not around anymore. And Val, you won't care. He's not worthy. So whatever happens to him if he has no hands, that's fair game, right?
We'll see what happens. I'm apparently an inferior warrior.
That's that Val sense of humor. I told you, he cracks us all up back on Nile Hutter.
Val would just look confused. I did not say inferior. I said you were just not a real warrior.
Oh, well then we have so many lessons to learn.
See, he's hysterical, ain't he? But yeah, all you gotta do, kill the commander, sweet talk Captain Onama, and we're hooking you up with our smuggling network. We're gonna give you guys resources, and hey, we're gonna give you guys some people too to help you run that big old station Zerka shout out. But we just need you to do that. Biggest part though is it says behind enemy lines. You guys are gonna have to figure out how you get there. And remember, this is a little bit of this is the exchange base, so Val, I wouldn't yell out your challenge as soon as you landed, if you know what I mean.
Yes, they disabled the communications in my ship anyways. Yes, last time I remember.
Yeah, well, we're not going to announce our arrival just like that. I understand what you're trying to say, Granick. I get it. You think we could probably pull some resources from the exchange ship that our recent guests used to crash our party? Maybe we can pull some transponder data, some ships they've been in contact with, try to masquerade as one of theirs.
You see, you kind of takes a puff, goes, yeah, that may work. It'd be a good way to kind of get in touch with them. See kind of one of the ships, see if you can kind of slice in some fake responder credentials, and you can see if that'll get you down. I think that could be a good path.
Yeah. Man. All right. Well, I guess we got some figuring out to do.
Well, let me know if you all have any additional questions. And Val, never change. We'll have that 100 credits over to you. And that's our secret rate, though. You don't need to tell everybody about that. We can't pay everybody like that. We'll be broke. Credits ain't endless.
Not everyone negotiates like Val.
Oh, no. You're our favorite hunter, Val, and that's a reason for it. But yeah, come through. Clip the Vrek Pell, make an example out of him. Sweet talk Captain Onama, and hey, get a chance to throw a few grenades at the exchange while you're down there. Hey, that's just the cost of doing business, right?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, you all get to that. Granick out. You kind of see him throw a little salute and kind of start puffing on a cigar as the hollow cam cuts out.
Well,
Mandalorian, the idea with the ship is not a bad one. We should get to that immediately.
yeah, I just I'll be honest. My prowess is more about putting holes in people. Any of you good with slicing?
Oh, leave it to me, the superior engineer.
I think you're the only engineer, so I guess that tracks.
A win
Yeah.
by default, one of my most favorite kind of victories.
I'll take it. If you think you can handle it, by all means. If you need it, if there's something that we can do to help you out, just say as much. I don't know. Hate not being useful.
Oh, you can bring me some oil, so that way my joints don't start to creak while I'm working. Go on.
I'm gonna pretend it's a legitimate request. I'm gonna be nice. I'm trying to make this work. God, I miss the old crew.
Oh, that's kind of sad.
But it's going from
Cohesion to like, this guy's getting ripped off. This guy would probably kill me if he got the chance. And I've never. I can smell how smug this droid is through my mask. It's like oh well,
You
All
can
right,
see
well.
in the distance when you said
Malachi-
his name.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you.
No,
talking.
no, go for it.
Malachi will start towards the exit, and he'll turn around. I'll be in the conference room if I'm needed. I don't expect I will be, but actually, just don't get me until we're leaving, and then he'll leave.
No worries. I only require useful people at the moment.
Oh hell. This is gonna
You see the
end.
protocol droid just looking super anxious in the background, like, sir,
Well,
Be
it's
nice.
an inferior model.
This is gonna end.
You see it kind of glance at C4. It goes, I'll just pretend I didn't hear that. I just.
Good for you.
This is gonna end with one of us punching each other in the face on that damn planet. I just. All right, let me go get this damn droid his oil.
C4 would actually be surprisingly appreciative of that one. He would tip you 10 credits if you actually did it.
I thought that'd be meaner.
No, that's the whole point. That's C4. C4.
All right.
C4.
Okay. Here's your oil. If you don't take those credits back, I'm gonna make you take them back.
Oh, you don't have to tell me twice. More for me.
I won't. Yeah. All right. This is a team effort. I'm not a waiter bringing you a damn drink. But I'll let you get to the slicing.
He's definitely he is testing his boundaries right now. If you want to do something to C4, it is totally justified. He's being a prick at the moment.
Yeah, but Vars is trying his best to he uncharacteristically of most men. He's actually trying to play nice because he sees that this is a thing worth doing. Oh, great. An organization not bound by red tape and bullshit to fight the Vong. Okay, time to
Headed
swallow
by
my pride.
Zerka, the Hutts, and the
Yeah.
Sith.
Vars, you don't gotta convince me. You have to convince Malachi, okay?
Yeah.
So could a technology check work for this? It would be so hilarious after all this, just a failure.
Go for it. Technology or slicers. And I don't think you have slicers yet, but you could definitely use some of your credits to buy a slicers kit if you needed to. They could have a ship to the station for you.
Oh, absolutely. Let me double check how much those cost. They're in the adventuring gear, right?
They are. And I thought Vars is always the adult in the room, especially for Mandalorian. Even in the last party.
No, I mean,
Didn't need as much adulting.
Alright, so slicers obtained. I don't believe there is a button I can click to roll that outright. Still, so
Yeah, if you're proficient in technology, just give me the technology check then. If you have the click now.
yep. So 14 plus 7, that's 21.
Nice. Yeah, you are able to break into the exchange ship. You kind of find a few things as you kind of go through. You find this ship's transponder code, but remember, this ship was one of the ones that they kind of stole and retrofitted to infiltrate, so it kind of looks like a Zerka style ship. But you do find within there kind of communications as well as a little bit of fleet movement. You guys, last time, I think you sliced in as well, and you found kind of where one of the exchange bases was. But now you're able to kind of go through and figure out what ships this guy's communicated with and what they've kind of docked with in recent time. And you do find, kind of looking through, especially the 21, you're able to kind of filter out ones that clearly wouldn't work. Like you see a large kind of dreadnought type ship that they were recently communicating with. That's too big for your any of the ships that are provided by the station to kind of infiltrate into. But you do find kind of a little smuggler ship, kind of one of the exchange crime bosses use, and you do find it's called we'll say the Ebony Maw is the name of the ship, and it's it's a freighter. Nothing too special about it. Definitely kind of has a highfalutin name for how capable it looks, but definitely one that you guys would be able to find and use some resources in to tweak one of the ships on station to make it look like, so you guys could hopefully try to infiltrate. You'll need to install this transponder into the ship and probably do a little bit of a paint job, but you think you'd be good.
C4 will relay that to the party and will also go. I will take care of the installation of the transponder. You all may decide amongst yourselves who gets to deal with the paint job. Go ham with it, as some would say. The exchange likes their... I forget the term... extravagances. Lots of gold.
You're on mute, Mars.
Oh, thank.
We don't necessarily want to stand out. We're trying to blend in.
Easiest way to blend in with these particulars is to try and look like you're standing out.
They're smugglers.
Bad smugglers.
No.
Make a lore check, guys. C4, you can make one if you'd like to or not. But Bars, make a lore check too.
I feel like C4 is confident. He's a bit confident in what he's saying.
Val and Bars, you guys really aren't too familiar with the exchange. You know that they're pirates, they're smugglers, they're now collaborators with the Yuzon Vong. They do with the 8 and 9. You do know that they do favor gold. That is definitely kind of what their gold and black are their colors on that side. Haven't seen too much of them. One thing actually I will mention, because you did find some of their goons last week. The Trandoshan did have a big gold and black emblem on the shirt. Pretty ostentatious.
All right.
So Val's just gonna he's not gonna admit he doesn't know anything, and so he's just gonna agree with C4. He's like, yes, I have seen many of their ships. Val knows this well. I shall do the paint job.
See, I love this organic. A great negotiator, a great warrior, great mind.
Yeah, I'll try to figure out a disguise or something, because I'm probably going to stand out in my armor. Crap.
There's the other Mandalorian. You can pat some of his on top of yours.
Visible well, not really on his face, but just disgust, like Like a what? Like looking like just.
Well, I'm not gonna deface my armor by putting any of that crap on mine. I'll figure something else out.
What are you going to take it off? Mandalorian without his armor going into a combat situation. Actually, I'd pay to see that.
Yeah. I'll give it some thought.
I'll get a camera. Who am I kidding? I have cameras on me at all times.
Advars does bring up a good point because depending on how you guys are going to be taking this mission, you will be on a hostile planet, kind of surrounded by Vong, Exchange, and at least initially, Oroidium mutts that would be a little bit, let's say, unfriendly towards you guys. So standing out definitely could be a hindrance.
All right.
You all at least have some type of reputation. Out of actually, most of you are fairly famous. C4 has done holocam commercials. Lord Malachi is a Dominion Sith with high standing. Val's an expert hunter. It has definitely taken some high prizes. And Vars is probably one of the most famous fighters against the Yuzon Vong with his time with the survivors of Vela.
Not to mention, C4 is a droid, so he's screwed no matter what.
Yeah.
Maybe we can figure out a way to put
Obviously, you don't have the same kind of disgust that I do, but maybe we can fix that dead bastard's armor to you and make it look like you're a turncoat Mandalorian. That might be an option. I mean, at the very most, we just have to get the helmet on top of your stuff, and that might work.
Well,
one thing I'll amend to before you respond, C4, you guys didn't kill that guy. I forgot who took him alive, but somebody took him alive.
Oh, that's right. We did take that bastard alive. Man. I don't know. Well, now the guy likes torturing people, probably, right? He's a Sith, kind of an assumption, but I've got a feeling I'm right.
Vars is gonna go grab Malachi and see if they want to go talk to the Mandalorian prisoner.
Speaking of that, I know Malachi said he was going to the conference room. What was he doing in the conference room?
Yeah. And
While I was in there, I would have just taken at the far end. I would have taken a seat and just meditated.
Vars will obviously extend that invitation of the interrogation to the rest of the crew, in case they're interested.
But yeah, as you come into the conference room, for me, I would say it seems a little bit darker in there as you enter, maybe a little bit colder too. And when you broach the question, the lights kind of return to normal and the temperature as well.
Well, that's freaky as hell. All right, I'm sorry. Malachi, we're going to interrogate the prisoner. I don't even want to call him a Mandalorian, but the living one. Did you want to lend your expertise to that?
It's Lord Malachi, and I'll be happy to assist.
All right. Apologies, Lord Malachi.
No need to apologize. Don't do it again.
All right. I've had about just look. I'm tiptoeing on all this crap. I'm trying to play nice. You want to be called Lord Malachi? You're a Lord of the Sith? Fine. My mistake. But don't forget your place. Equal, not above.
You make a valid point. Whether I choose to follow it or not is still my decision.
Yeah.
God, break Vars's page since speedrun the session.
Yeah. All right. Well, Well, I guess we'll see. Either way, Lord Malachi, do you want to lend your interrogation expertise to this interrogation prisoner?
It's been a while since I've interrogated somebody. The last time I was in an interrogation, I was the one being interrogated. But this should be fun. Let's go.
All right.
Perhaps you can assist, Mandalorian.
Yeah, I'll think of something to do. And
with that, Mars again will once again extend the invitation to both Val and C4.
The C4 will be installing the transponder, unfortunately, so he'll be preoccupied.
all right.
Val would be painting the ship.
Fair enough.
Yeah, arts and crafts with the boys.
There you go.
Sweet. So as Val's painting the ship, and C4 will get some checks for you two a bit later. Vars, I gave you a point of inspo. I gave the team a point of inspo. I like the patience spots there. Yeah, you guys are able to make your way to the supply closet you turned into a prisoner room aboard the station. You see this beat up Mandalorian, helm removed, bruises and scuffs and blood marring his armor, kind of just slung up against the wall. You see he's got kind of darker skin, but it's got a paler tint to it. That feels like it doesn't see sun often, if at all. You see his eyes are wide. He's got some scars crisscrossing his face, and you see it kind of goes. Eyes go just a little bit wider as you guys approach. You kind of see like his mouth opens for a second before it kind of sets into like a steely grimace as you guys enter. What do y'all do?
Before we got there, is his armor, is his things nearby that we took away from him?
Yeah, you guys definitely have his helmet, his weapons, and all that. He's still in his armor right now, but yeah, you got all the other pieces.
Aside from his helmet, he's not wearing that, you said?
Yeah, his helmet's off. Yeah, so you have his helmet, his weapons, and all that, but still in his armor.
Okay. I want to bring his helmet with us, and I'll just kind of carry it under my arm as we go in, and I'll look at Vars as kind of before we go in as well. And Mandalorian, please excuse the disrespect that's about to ensue. And as we walk in, I'll just kind of have the helmet floating now in front of me as we walk forward, and I'll turn to Vars as he enters behind. You ask the questions, and I'll make sure he gives us the correct answers.
Probably should have thought this through a little bit. When the hell where'd you get that armor?
You see, like initially, like he had a steely face, like look like he kind of like he stole, like you see him close his lips when you guys entered. It seemed like he wasn't gonna speak, but he kind of looks at you as that with the armor. He goes, "It's my Griffin armor. I earned it from being a part of my clan."
And you've disgraced it with your actions.
As soon as he says that, the helmet just slams into the wall and holds there, and then I pull it back to my hand, and it just is rotating above it.
All right, make me an intimidation check.
There we go.
Nice. You see, as he sees kind of this armor, and Vars, no insight roll necessary. You see this a little bit as well. And probably, I don't know. I'll let you kind of see how you react to this, but you do see both fear as kind of the helm smashes into the wall carried by the force, but you also see anger and a bit of pride mixed in. You could definitely kind of tell he values his armor. Take that as you will.
Well, however the hell you earned this, you disgraced it with your actions.
See, he tries to still put like a little, like kind of swagger on, but he definitely sees get a little frightened a bit. He kind of just shakes his head and goes, "Nah, we're doing what Mandalorians have done for centuries. We don't line up and go on Mandalore the Exalted like the rest of you mutts. We're out here trying to get our credits."
Slam again. And back.
Is credits by joining up with the Vong? Are you an idiot? If they had their way, money wouldn't matter anymore. This armor that you pride yourself on would be removed, a disgrace, replaced by some crappy frickin' coral. This is what you're fighting for?
No, you're missing. We got to deal with them. They're giving us the credits
as soon as he says deal, right hook, just right in the mouth.
Give me either your choice of an athletics or intimidation check there.
Malachi will take a position kind of behind. Is he chained against something like that I can walk behind, or is he's against the wall?
He's against the wall, so he's kind of like
okay.
He has it bound his arms behind like a pole at the end of the wall, so he's kind of leaned up against the wall with his arms behind him.
Okay, I'll stand to his right, and if there's a table or any sort of counter in there at all, I'll just gently put the helmet down now, with the face of it facing towards him.
You see kind of one corner of his eye looking at the helmet as Vars. Oh, nice! You rolled too. You're solid. How does that hook look? He feels that.
He feels that. It's like he didn't see it coming. He was just like indignant, like, "Oh, we made a deal," and it's like, "You freaking what?" And just wham! Just Vars didn't even know he did it. It just went.
He had one corner. He was pretty much focused on the helmet, looking back at him. You like catch what he wears. You see his head bashes against the kind of the back of the wall. He slides a little bit. Kind of eyes go in focus for a bit before it clears. It goes, "Griff, man, quick. What do you want?"
To understand. What the hell would make you turn your back on your people? On everything? To follow a group that would see us destroyed, a shell of what we were, nothing that we were, that would take our own people and control them like puppets. And you would fall in line with them? Fight for them?
You're not getting it. We made a deal. You guys see him like flinch back as he says deal a little bit. He goes, hold on. We're gonna keep our stuff. They let us use our ships. They've let us fight for them. But the big thing is they're paying us ridiculous amounts of credits. Worlds they conquer, we're getting our first check of the loot. We get to take any of the credits, any of the valuables. And they said that, hey, we'll have our own little sector of space. Our own little planets that we could get to hang out on because we made a deal. Because you know as well as I do, Mandalore the Exalted is full of poodoo. The Vong are going to walk all over him. They're walking all over the Sith. As soon as they finish up with the Sith and the Mandalorians, they're going to destroy the Republic. I'm siding with the winners. If you were smart, you'd be with me too.
And once the Vong have laid waste to the Republic and everything else, you think they'll just let you be in your little corner that they've given you? You short-sighted idiot! All right, well, I mean, you know,
Probably after all the crap that he's suffered from Lord Malachi and C4 and his oil and everything else, and this is a very much needed outlet. And just the entire time where he kept on going, oh, you know, it's just like intensifying breathing, just rage, just red. He's gonna let for you like a few more punches go. These are deliberate.
Yeah, no role necessary. You just work him over. I just blow after blow. And for what the first like few, he tried to like kind of like stoic take him, like not like crying out or screaming. But after a while, like you kind of start to hear small cries, like and then he starts like, let off, man, let off, and he even starts screaming as you kind of start blasting into him. What do you? Come on, guys. What do you want to know? What do you want to know?
Everything.
The plan, how you managed to infiltrate this ship, how the Vong knew about this ship, what your plans were for it after you had taken over the ship. Everything starts spilling.
We wasn't gonna take over the ship. We was gonna blow it up. We gotta. I don't know how. I mean, my boss has said we had to come over here, and we got credentials supplied to us. And they said, "Hey, come on, infiltrate the reactor. Got a nice little ship for you. You just fly into it. You come in, you blow it up, you get to go home."
Who's your boss?
He kind of looks, goes, "You gutted him." And I forgot who killed the Trandoshan. It's a while back. Was that Malachi or Vars? I think.
I think I threw the sword at him.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he looks back at you and says, "You gutted him."
Yeah. Well,
he was asking for it.
Perhaps this baby Mandalorian, delusional as he is useless, and we should just be rid of him. I don't think he'll be able to answer anything. And a little bit of electricity will kind of spark from Malachi's hands. And he just kind of stares in the Mandalorian's direction. The chained Mandalorian's direction.
Had to specify.
Griffin, chill. Griffin, hey, what I don't know who hired us. We got a job. We work for the exchange. They select the bosses for the exchange. I don't know what to tell you. They don't tell us too much, but I can help. I can be useful. I mean, you guys beat me down, but I can shoot. What do you need from me? What do you need from me?
Give us your point of contact in the exchange.
You see his face kind of fall a little bit.
Lightning starts to fill his hand.
I mean, throw the guys back. I mean, he was the point of contact. But if you got info you need, I mean, I outside of the bosses and all that, I can help.
Elaborate.
Well, I mean, he's a couple steps beyond me, but I mean, I don't know. He could be behind all this. Exchange boss Drek. I mean, he's usually the ones kind of making orders and stuff. I don't know. Maybe the Trandoshan got orders from him. I don't know.
Can I insight him?
Yeah, go for it.
God, it's like the light side and dark side choice coming up. Let him live and try and redeem him. Kill him. Kill him now.
He is in pain, afraid, and he is definitely speaking the most of the truth. He does not really like he's you could tell from the way he fought and kind of the way he's acting now. He's pretty much a grunt. The exchange boss Drek seemed like be a real name from his body language, kind of what you could feel off him from the Force. But you could definitely tell that about who kind of pulled the strings for this operation, and the Trandoshan being kind of the head boss for this operation seemed to be true. But you definitely get the sense that he may know more. Not that he's not giving it away, but just doesn't know what to give.
If there's anything of value that you believe you have left to share, it may be the only thing that keeps you alive. I suggest you think really hard and don't take too long. And I'll turn back toward Vars. Patience is running thin around here.
Very thin.
Chill. You guys see, like he's straining his mind. Oh, you may care about this Valkyrie. They got a bounty out on force users. The exchange is paying for force users. Is that useful information?
This is known. Keep going. Lightning.
You see abject confusion and fear on his face. He does not know what to give you.
All right. What was the name of that planet we're going to?
Dom Baran. And next to me, it's if you guys are looking on the big map, it's Q18. So kind of right by Hut Space in the Mandalorian territory.
Okay. All right. Dom Bradon. Well, do you know anything about the planet Dom Bradon?
Oh, yeah. I've been there before. We got a little outpost up there. It's a good little spot. Boss Drek usually operates out of there. We got the run of we got the run of our city in the planet. The Vong are growing poodoo on the rest of it. But it's a little nice spot, nice little cantina, get a good drink.
I'm going to need you to provide a map.
He goes, okay. I mean, like it's an exchange planet, and we run this planet, you know. We're the exchange, and you guys see him kind of like he kind of gives you a description of the planet, and basically the planet, it's one that's recently been captured from the Huts. Used to be kind of like pretty much like a small trading planet for the Huts, mostly not industrialized. There's one kind of core city within that, and the exchange has taken over that city. But outside of that, it's definitely kind of a lot more lush natural life. And kind of from his description, the Vong have taken it over and have grown stuff on the rest of the planet and given the exchange that city that they're using as an outpost.
All right. And to land at that city, are there any sort of special passcodes, phrases, keys, anything that you can think of?
You go, bring me with you. Just let me, I'll talk to him. I'll say, hey, we're cool to land. I don't want to get blown out of the sky. You let me get you there, and then we go our separate ways, and you guys do whatever poodoo you need to do, and I'll stay the crap out of the way.
That's a yes. That's a yes. There is a special phrase right there.
Yeah. Well, whatever phrase you would have given us, I wouldn't have dreamed of trying it without you aboard the ship. Don't worry about that.
With a little more pressure, I'm sure that we can get that phrase from him.
I can tell you the phrase, but they don't know you. And forgive me, but you Nerfers stand out a bit. I can go on the holocam. I can say, hey, we're back. I can get us on the ground. I'll stay away from you. Hey, you Griffiths can leave me on the ship and just push me off when you're done. But I can make sure we get there alive.
Well, you've given us a lot to think about. I hope you really think about what you're doing here with the Vong. They will not win.
Kind of like you see him think for a minute, like he's thinking, and he flinches as he thinks. You kind of see him lean really far, like back against the pole and the wall. And he goes, "No disrespect, they're winning right now. They're pushing back the Mandalorians, the Dominion. Hell, they made the Criffin Republic roll over. I bet on them."
So definitely out of character because Val would never think of this, but I feel like someone else would. blackmail. This is an opportunity to have blackmail against him when he's on that planet.
Oh.
It feels like someone in this group would know that.
Little exchange snitch. Yeah.
All right. Good to know. I think we've got some stuff to discuss with the rest of the crew. And
with that, Vars will turn around and tell Malachi to
bring the helmet.
My helmet floats and I'm holding it.
Okay. Well, all right. Not sure what to do with all that information we just got. Man. Okay.
C4 is going to be standing next to the ship, admiring Val's painting work.
Oh,
How
yeah.
does it look, Val?
Let's flip over to C4 and Val. C4, you're kind of in there tinkering, installing the new transponder signal. Give me a technology check, not a hard DC for this one, DC 13, to see if you properly install it. Val?
Oh no! Can I use one of our inspiration systems?
You guys do have 3 now.
May I?
I mean,
Yeah.
it's gotta be for something.
There you go.
Sitting on the 3.
Sweet. C4, you are able to get in there and install the transponder. First, it's a little bit of rocky to kind of actually get it to kind of configure the right signals for it, but eventually you're able to, with your superior droid intellect, we'll say, able to get it installed and get it running with the proper signals. So Val, because I feel like Val would have his own way of doing this, so I'll ask, how is Val going about painting this ship?
Actually, I'm going to throw a little bit of a curveball here. I'm going to use one of my what do we call them? Abilities. One of my charges to pick up a tool, and it's going to be the artist implements. And one of the things that's interesting about Val's clan is, yes, they're all into combat and fighting, and superiority of physical form. But they are also very artistic in that their expressions, they think that melds with their warrior culture. So he's actually going to do, he's legitimately going to paint this thing. He has no clue what he's painting unless someone helps him. So he's just going to assume there's a lot of gold, and he's going to make this super elaborate and intricate. And he's going to use his kind of artistic skills to even fine grain as much as he can as he's painting the ship.
When C4 sees this, he's gonna be speechless for a second. Look back to Val. I believe I need to hire you to paint me a mural on this station. Of me, of course.
I don't know why I imagined like a Jackson Pollock painting with his swords. Just this is good too, though.
Just dips a sword in the paint, just throws it. Oh, yes, Val.
Val has made an art.
Nice. So with Val, how would you say, because you're proficient in it, taking one of your charges there, one of your bonus proficiencies. So how does he is he kind of is he kind of going ferocity style, kind of using his enhanced reflexes to kind of quickly and paint the art? Is he one that's kind of looking at it from afar, using his kind of viewpoint to get it in there? How does Val kind of approach making this art for the ship?
Yeah, it's definitely finesse and specific. So certainly very very defined, very specific movements as he's going through this to do intricate design. And he'll just kind of start at the front and just kind of go back. And like I said, and so looking back, you might not even see the intricacies, but as you approach, you kind of start to see the very, very minute movements as he's going through to really, really kind of define it.
C4 has a microphone, a Zerker brand microphone glass too. That's just like, does 100 credits sound well for your commission? He's just looking at all this.
Val, you cannot paint for money. It is a expression of the warrior spirit. For you, you have no warrior spirit to paint.
That's where the imagination comes in. Creativity. It's all part of art. You'll be working for the freedom of art then. Good to make this negotiation, and thank you for opening my eyes.
With that, give me a what's it called? The artisanal implements. I'm not sure if they're in the system or not, but if so, roll the proficiency with dexterity. And see how that comes out.
All right. They are in there. I don't know. I'll just roll. So let's see here. D20, so plus 8. I think that's correct.
Nice.
Hey.
Yeah, so you do a fantastic job with this. Like, you get the intricacy in there. You get kind of the golds and blacks. It definitely, it looks like it has that gaudy gold standing out, but definitely intricately designed with kind of an eye to the pattern. Definitely something that would both catch eyes. And if C4 is right about the exchange being ostentatious, definitely something that would kind of bring some good attention your way.
We're screwed.
Did it exactly as I was told.
Yep.
At what point do Vars and Malachi get to see this damn thing?
So you guys and I'll let Val describe what the finishing touch is, but you guys see Val putting that finishing touch on. Val, what did you do to kind of wrap up this masterpiece?
Yeah, so you kind of see the last motion he comes in is almost like he's gonna swing around and make a swipe with a blade, but he does it with the brush, and then at the very end he just kind of cuts it short, like you've probably seen him do that standard move before, but with a brush. So at the end, then it's just kind of like a squiggle of fine lines.
Yeah, we're like walking through the hallway and we enter the hangar, and I'm talking to Vars. You know, we're gonna have to, and the door's open, we're gonna have to dispose of that Mandalorian as soon as. What is that?
Wow. I didn't know we had that much gold paint in this sector.
It's a circus. It's a circus station.
Yeah, but my God, Val, you did this.
Here's the magnifying glass. Take a closer look.
Oh, yes, Val. It brings out the inner warrior. You might have some talent in this. Then he looks at Malachi. Not so much you.
Well,
Vars is gonna get really close into it and just like a very impressed nod, and he'll say,
I'm almost worried that it's too good and it's gonna get us killed. But it looks fantastic.
It's perfect.
So what you guys don't know is that Malachi's reaction wasn't to the paint. It was to the ship and how shitty it is. But it's okay.
Malachi.
Because reasons.
Malachi. I made a special spot for you for when you transport, so you can make like a coruscant hen and brood.
Droid, I don't find your comedy
It's right in the
at
corner
all
there.
humorous.
Oh, yes, you're right. Meditate.
But the joke's on you, Droid. I prefer the darkness.
I mean,
And if
that's.
you don't want to be deactivated, you should watch your mouth.
God,
or
we're
lack
not even
of.
gonna get to. We're not even gonna get to the planet. Oh my gosh. Nicely done, Val. The ship looks incredibly ostentatious. My God. C4, I'm assuming that the transponder was put in without issue.
Well, this ship is a piece of junk, absolute bantapoodle. So I had to almost reconstruct what I installed it into, but other than that, nothing but smooth sailing. A round of
So it sounds like-
applause.
It sounds like it wasn't smooth sailing, but sure, I'll give you a.
For
That's what
any
you need.
organic, it would have been a nightmare for me. Just another job.
Between the comedian droid and the warrior negotiator, I think that we're in good hands. We'll be okay.
Speaking
Oh,
of,
and then we have the scared scumbag Mandalorian who is making a ton of promises for his life.
Yeah,
you haven't killed him yet.
no. He's essentially promised that he can get us on to Dom Braddon.
You
There are
did
some sort of-
remind him that if he says something wrong and they blow up the ship, if he's on there, he blows up too, right? He doesn't seem like the kind of person to think that through.
Got a feeling he's got enough self-preservation in mind to know that. Don't worry. If something does go wrong, I'll make sure to kill them before they kill us. Just on the principle of the whole matter.
I'm just saying, self-preservation, working with Ong, and Mandalorian, all these subjects do not go together.
Well, the reason that the coward turned tail is he perceives Yvonne as winning this conflict. So he decided to throw in with their lot, and now he's taking wrong orders and the promise of being left alone once this whole thing is said and done with. He's not intelligent, but he does want to live.
Just barely below the average Mandalorian intelligence. I'm not sure if I should be surprised, impressed, really. I'm glad we're traveling with one of the smart ones. You, Vaz.
Bars, I'll take him out. I'm over it.
Look, we're gonna need everybody's different varying levels of expertise.
I mean, we can get a different
This.
droid. They're one in a trillion.
I am one in the galaxy.
All right. Okay.
Unless you want to buy from my line. You can order a
Gosh.
special seat. Pre-order. There's a bonus to it. A little T4, T3 mug. With my face on it.
I really gotta get a hold of Talus's vendor and find something that does the opposite of what it did for Talus, because holy hell.
Oh, Zerka has something for you.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. All right, Malachi, for whatever reason, Zerka seems fit to trust us with this droid as an extension of their goodwill. We can't just blow up the damn droid. C4, we get it. You're a droid. Droids are good at things. Stuff it. I don't need to hear how great you are all the goddamn time. Val, that's a damn fine paint job.
Val will actually give like a little half bow, like in appreciation of the comment. Just
At
very,
the end of Vars saying that, Malachi just kind of like looks back at the ship and just like. I mean, you can't see his face, but he just kind of like looks up and then back
Look,
at
I
you
know
guys
that-
like.
I know the ship itself is crap, right? But he polished the hell out of this turd. Okay?
Yes, they'll be able to see us coming from light years away.
Yeah, well, apparently the exchange is all about gaudy and visible from light years away, so you go team.
Oh,
I
I'll
really
just
hope
have
we're
to
not
take
wrong
your
about
word
that.
for it.
Yeah, 'cause I
Oh,
have no
it's
trouble
not
with the
his
exchange.
word, it's my word.
I do have to
You're
say,
not-
Vars, your reputation has definitely preceded you, and you don't fail to deliver. I'm actually happy to not be in the leadership role that you are and what has been forced upon you. But trial by fire, I find, is the best way to draw out the best and
Right.
my favorite, the worst in someone.
Wait, the leadership role. What do you? Oh crap.
Oh, he doesn't know, and then I'll just enter the ship.
V4 would have actually made a spot for you directly in the corner, the darkest spot where the light doesn't reach because there's a little spot for it.
Darkness on top of
That
darkness.
just has like Malachi's spot written in some kind of excess gold paint.
I was imagining some gaudy neon. All right. I'll go
Doesn't even
retrieve-
know. Doesn't even know.
I'll go retrieve the prisoner, and I guess we can start making our way towards Don Braden. We can try to figure out, maybe get some more information out of him on the way there.
Actually, I wasn't even thinking about that. So, rewind. Do you want me to go with you to retrieve the prisoner just to help you? Extra backup.
You know what? Just because I might need the restraint of a Sith, because because I don't know.
Var see this guy as like the most disgusting thing to ever exist. Like it's a turncoat. He thinks that we're not going to win, and he might have his problems with leadership, but he doesn't, play for the other goddamn side. So yeah, Var's.
I'd appreciate the company, just so I don't accidentally kill him on the way here.
Oh yes, of course. Accidentally killing somebody. My favorite accidents.
Val just
Let's go
nods.
retrieve our scumbag.
Val actually nods that he's like, "Oh yes, I have accidentally killed before. It happens. I understand." He'll just
Collateral
go to-
damage.
Did I hear collateral damage? Causing or repairing, Zerka has something for both.
Well, maybe I'll stop by the med bay on the way. I don't know. We'll see. Either way, let's go get this scumbag.
Yeah, you see, he kind of like shrinks in fear when you guys arrive. Like he keeps looking back between the two of you, trying to gather your intent. Let's see if you're there to end him or you're there to ask more questions. You guys just kind of grab him and go. What do you all do?
Oh, I'll I don't know. You want to Malachi? You
Yeah.
wanna do anything?
Oh, we've decided to take you on your offer, young Mandalorian. Fail to deliver, and I'm sure that you know what the result is.
You see,
You have
Oh, go ahead.
you have a lot to live for. The crumbs of the Yuzong Bong. I'm sure you want to live to see what that is.
You see, he lets out like an enormous breath. He goes, "Oh, thank fucking God. Okay, all right, yeah, I'll get you on planet. I got a lot to live for. Yeah, we're good. So yeah, deal. Like, I get you on planet. You do your business, and then when you're taking off, you just hopefully let me nicely down off the ship, or you push me off the ship. What do you need to do?
We're not going to kill
I haven't-
you.
That's the extent of the deal. And I'm not trying to be cute by saying gravity will. I'm saying I'm not going to kill you.
That seems like a good starting point. I work really good. So maybe we can move from there till you let me go, but we'll make sure we get you on that planet.
Yeah. It's a starting point.
That he stands up and does not offer any resistance as you guys kind of unhook him from the pole and start leading him towards the ship.
Once the prisoner gets close to the ship, a seafood will just yell from inside of there. If he pisses himself up during the travel, like the coward he is, I'm turning off the life support.
You see like two things cross his face at the same time. First, fear. As the life support gets bitchy to be turned off, he looks over and sees Vars in full Beskar garb with atmosphere's own atmosphere. He sees Malachi. He's not sure if the Sith can breathe in space. Just kind of see a little bit of fear across his eyes. And then he looks back to, or he looks up and kind of like you see his face twist a little bit, and he he leans into you guys too, like kind of like still voice a little shaky, and says, "You lot don't got a droid, do you?"
Yeah, that's we're gonna need to figure that out on the way.
Let's see. I mean, I only was on Don Bradan once, mostly at the cantina. They let us keep our starships and our weapons, but most other tech, if you bring it on planet, they'll smash it. Droids especially.
Look at you, being useful.
Yeah, we'll figure out some sort of a disguise or something for C4.
You see him kind of look and go. You kind of see him look back. He kind of looks at Unvars and nods his head towards Malachi as well. Kind of like,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, we got a bounty out on Force you. I told you that, right?
I'm not looking to make a deal. This isn't about enriching myself.
No.
Oh.
You made friends with the crazy Sith. I mean, you saw some of those lizard things we brought along board.
Yeah.
We got some of those on planet too.
I see your meaning.
Good save, young Mandalorian. Good save.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Get some credits too if you want to play this smart, as he whispers.
Oh.
I'm
Do
not
I
looking
hear
to make a
this?
deal.
He's on the whisper. You could definitely say you overheard it too. Heard it too.
I'm gonna shock him now.
Roll me a shock on that.
Oh yeah.
Non-lethal, right?
I don't think you can non-lethal
Lethal
force powers.
He has been beat to hell after being beat to hell, I'll say. That will hit.
I don't know why it did that at advantage. Or is that that's damage? Never mind.
That's,
Yeah.
Oh shit.
God!
Oh shit! My bad.
All right. Either of you two proficient in medicine, or either of you four proficient in medicine. I forget you guys are all together now.
I have a healing spell.
I'm proficient in medicine.
This unfortunately will need a medicine roll. Malachi, describe how you shock this Mandalorian prisoner. How does it all look? Because you take him down, he is near death at the end.
Because I'm kind of walking behind them just in case he tries to make any sort of moves, but he keeps he gives us the good information. I understand the bounty hunting for the force users. This is all known to us, and he's making good points. So in my mind, he's actually being helpful, but he crossed the very thin line that I have for tolerance when he suggested even remotely handing me over, when that's my intent, is to screw everybody else over. And nobody steals that from me. So it's like two pale fingers just go like this, and they've got pointed, disgusting looking fingernails at the end of them, blackish, and I just go right for his ribs, and a bolt of lightning just goes straight into him. And you can, because he's got no helmet, you can kind of like see his skull Darth Vader style, kind of like showing through his head, and a little smoke coming off him, and I just go, "You won't betray us, will you?"
He collapses to the ground. You smell both the burning ozone and a mixture of burning flesh. Vars and Malachi, you see blood trickling out of his mouth, his breath coming in labored burst. It just you see it like kind of huffing and kind of getting slower and slower as his life signs start to fade. How do you? This would take a medicine check to see if you guys could stable him in time before, because that 18 with the health he had should be that's pretty much lethal. So this would be a pretty hard check to see if you can stabilize him and bring him back to be useful.
I've got medicine and I've got a trauma kit handy. But let's see.
18 on medicine, and I wouldn't factor my medicine roll in as a trying to see if he's okay, but rather, and I know that this is kind of like after the fact, but it was like a pinpoint shot into the ribs, so it was purposefully put there to fry his ass, but not necessarily kill him, so to just kind of like knock his ass out, if that's possible.
Fortunately not on that one, because powers
18
can't be
damage.
non-lethal.
18 on the roll for medicine.
Yeah, but so Vars, 15 so far. Anything you're doing with that?
I'll use a trauma kit, I guess. I've got one handy.
All right. Yeah, so you are able to stabilize him, keep him breathing. But you kind of take a look at the trauma kit and take a look at this poor Mandalorian. You guys have never asked his name, I just realized. But I was about to say his name.
Scumbag.
And you see he's breathing, stabilized. You take a look at the trauma kit and kind of see some of the readings come off of it. See, like, brain waves, and then kind of see them kind of like going up and down. But you see the trauma kit has like a little bar with kind of the average amount for a human's brain waves, and his are like right below it. You surmise he's alive, he'll be conscious again, but he's got some brain damage.
Yes.
Yes! After you Looney Tunes shock this man, just like you accidentally kill him, just like yes, brain damage.
Well,
so he'll fit right in now.
Did I hear another accidental killing? Some collateral out there.
I brought you with me because I was worried that I was going to beat him to a pulp. All right, well, he's stable.
But did he die?
Part of him did, yes. I think.
Are you a doctor now, Mandalorian? Of ours?
I'm a bit of a combat medic, but yeah.
So,
Well,
I'm friends with the doctor. I don't know if that counts.
sometimes it counts. Guilty by association is a thing. I've killed a lot of people for that.
so
All right, well, I picked up a few things from my doc friend, and this guy doesn't look so good.
This whole
And I'm not talking
exchange
that. I'm not saying he's
gold.
ugly.
So Val is going to see this happen with a bound prisoner, which you have given your word that you would.
He wasn't bound.
He wasn't.
What you guys? Is everything handcuffed? You guys unhandcuff him?
I think well, I don't know. As we were just leading him to the ship, I don't know if he would have removed the cuffs or not. But if Malachi says he did, then he did.
Okay.
I don't know. Did he?
He was bound by fear.
All right.
So this prisoner you guys are escorting to the ship, in which you've guaranteed his safety, and then you shock and for a moment, kill him. And so Val is just going to look at Malachi, not say a thing, and then just spit on the ground and go back in the ship.
So it was Vars who made the deal. It wasn't me. Vars said that he wouldn't kill him.
I mean, that's still accurate. But whatever. All right. So
I didn't sign my name on some sort of contract saying that I wouldn't do anything to him.
C4's finally coming out of the ship saying this and just goes, "Oh, well, I've seen you've started your little cookout out here.
yeah.
Care to bring the roast on board?"
I really didn't expect this crew to be crazier than the invasion crew, but
The same thing goes. If he croaks and let loose his bowels, I'm turning off the life support.
How would that change any? Just push him out of there. Okay, look, he's not gonna die. All right. I
Well, clearly you're doing a bad job.
All right, he's not.
Is his brain reading slow, huh?
Yes, I
Was
think
that there
it's,
before?
I probably not.
Listen, he's not conscious yet. Perhaps it's a vast improvement. The only way that we're going to know what the extent of what's been done, is once he wakes up. So let's throw him into a bunk, let him rest a little bit. How long's our trip? Do we know?
so this would be about a day trip to make it out towards Dambaran. You guys are able to board the and I think I mentioned this too the first few sessions, but the Zerka has equipped you guys with some ships to be able to use, and Val was able to paint, and C4 was able to add the transponder. So you guys step aboard one of the Zerka ships and take off, putting this poor nameless Mandalorian with brain damage now in a bunk to hopefully sleep it off. You guys are able to make the first leg of your journey pretty easily, maneuvering through kind of the friendly territory, maneuvering through hut space as you come towards Dambaran. And we are going to take a quick 5-minute break as we go into the second leg and getting you guys on the planet and figuring out if the nameless Mandalorian what his brain damage will do. So
I gotta say, so much.
You're
of this was
welcome.
absolute gold. So much of this was like absolute gold for humor and just to like. This crew is completely different from the invasion crew. The invasion crew was a unit. This is a bunch of crazy fucks trying their best not to kill each other, and Bars trying his best to hold whatever little shreds of patience he has left.
Who's stupid enough to take on the vlog now? Here they are.
Who's
Here
left?
they are. Who's left? These idiots.
Chaos, get your chaos.
we thought you guys were going to be the Avengers, but you're the Suicide Squad. You're the
Bars does not deserve this. He does not deserve this.
Well,
So we're
it's
gonna
been a
take a
good
quick
life.
break, so we'll come back 5 minutes. 9:08. I gotta run to the bathroom, and we'll pick up the last little bit of today's session to kick it off into the adventure. So come back 9:08.
Brace ourselves.
Welcome back, everyone. We're getting to the last bit of our session today. The crew has made their way, or has begun their journey to Dambaran, deep, or actually not really deep, on the edge of Yuzon Vong territory, as they reach the destination. They have taken a prisoner who has now been shocked and may or may not have some significant brain damage. But the crew has spent about a half a day in hyperspace as you guys make your way there. Is there anything you all want to do to prepare before you kind of reach orbit around the planet and need to start interacting with the exchange?
C4 will begin to the crew. Now, I'm not saying we turn Malachi in for the bounty. Mostly because I believe they've undervalued him greatly. Lord Malachi. They've undervalued him greatly in the bounty. But I am saying that it would be a great excuse to use why this Mandalorian is coming back to them. Even if they know that he's failed the job, the idea that he has captured the corpse of Lord Malachi, well, this man was after a lot of credits himself. And once we get there, they believe Malachi's dead. Malachi may even pretend to be dead before coming back from the grave. Boom. Malachi risen from the grave, his devotion to dominance it was, bringing him far back from the beyond, a little emblazoned into his already very bloated reputation, and a bit of an easier path for us.
The flaw that I kind of foresee in your plan is the mention of a force user, especially one with my title and power. They will bring their beasts, and I don't think that we need a bigger welcoming party than what we're already probably going to have to deal with.
That's why we say you're coming in dead. We fix
Dead or
him
not, they will bring the extra firepower. And it's going to take some convincing on his side.
And not to mention that would just make us more visible to the target. Oh, great, another dead, force user. Let's go grab that corpse and prod at it, whatever the hell the Vong are going to do. We don't want to give them a reason to notice us. We just want to land, figure things out for ourselves when we get there. Remember, we're supposed to find where these mercs are going to meet the Vong commander, crash that party or kill the Vong commander beforehand, and somehow make contact with, was it the Eridonian Mutts?
Yeah.
Yeah. Get in contact with their leadership and tell them to, hey, join up with the Hutts instead.
And this would open up the door of opportunity to that. Getting an idea of where their higher commanders would be, because as I said, though the bounty undervalues Malachi, Lord Malachi is still a high-valued target. Who knows, the upper command may want to see it themselves. By getting those very eyes on us, we bring them closer and shorten our journey. A little bit of risk for a high reward.
All right, so let's say it's not the people in charge that come to see Malachi's corpse or whatever the case may be.
That's the risk.
Then we have to deal with them. And then everybody on Braddon knows that we're there. And not to sound arrogant or anything, but they know who I am. I'm pretty sure they know who you are too. Same with Val.
Oh, I'm not going out there to talk to them. I'm a droid. The moment they see me, I'm going to get smashed to bits. I'm staying with the ship.
Yeah.
First be the getaway. Unless you have some extra skin you can just lay on top of me.
Val has a plan. I shall announce that I have come to challenge Vrekpel. He is an honorable warrior. He shall accept my challenge.
And then we ambush him with all of us. In the most dishonorable display. I like it, Val. That is a great idea.
Wait, okay.
Actually, I kind of agree with Val. That may just work. And can you imagine the headlines?
No, I can't imagine the headlines because we'd all be dead. Granick explicitly told you, Val, not to announce your presence the second we got to the planet. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh, wow, you don't follow the rules, do you?
Well, this is me asking. We're trying to do this quietly. I don't want to take on a whole planet. I don't think that much of myself. I don't know. Maybe it's a self-confidence thing. But I don't think I can take on a planet full of exchange and Vong with the three of you.
Maybe if you brought one of those basilisks.
Even with 10 basilisks, I'd be hard-pressed to... Look, it's a planet full of Vong, their people, their technology, that they just captured, so you know they're going to be building up fortifications and making sure that they don't... that either the Dominion or the Hutts don't take it from them. It's on the edge of their perimeter. It's not going to be lightly defended. They're going to have lots of numbers there. So if we go in blasting, announcing ourselves and saying, hey, come look at this dead Sith we brought with us, they're going to notice us. We don't want to be noticed. We want
Some
to
of
kill
you
the
may
commander.
die, but that's a risk I'm willing to take.
No, you're going to die. I'm telling you, no ifs, ands, or buts. We'll all be dead. They're gonna come to. Do you think they're just gonna ignore the ship that these people came in on, and let it fly away when it starts up with nobody inside? No, we'd all die.
I've avoided anti-air guns before. Survived suicidal situations. Have you not read my reports?
I hope you realize that right now, you angering me is a suicidal situation.
This will actually get, for the first time, C4 to shut up, as he genuinely takes that for a second, realizes you're not kidding, and he shuts the fuck up. Hold on, let me turn on my camera. Just
active threats are what is needed. Tegan, I will have battle precognition on, kind of like an auto thing. So I've already minus the force points for that since start. And if I could, while we get closer to the planet, I want to cast Vitality Shield on myself, and then I'll just kind of be towards the rear of the craft, listening to the conversation and contributing as I have been, but seething and kind of regaining back my real hit points, if that's workable.
Vitality Shield just lasts for an hour, though.
Vitality Shield. Yeah, it is 1 hour. So maybe like 30 minutes out, I would cast it.
How long do those 10 hit points only last for an hour?
Yeah, it's
I would say if you guys like jump right into combat when you get down there, that may be wasted force points. But you guys have to land, figure out, kind of deal with some things. Unless Val announces his challenge to combat right when they land, that may not be your best course of action.
Okay. Okay. Well,
But,
I guess in that case, I've just got battle precognition going.
Sweet. And yeah, you can minus those force points out unless you're surprised that night. We don't have to worry about that. But yeah, so you guys are making your way there. You're nearly pretty much out of hyperspace. Actually, I don't think you guys did decide on a plan. What is the group's plan? Are you guys going to go with VARs, announcing caution? Because there is a planet full of Vong exchange, as well as right now Aurodium mutts. They're kind of all arrayed against you. C4's plan of saying that you've got a dead Malachi on board and coming to collect the bounty. Or Val coming right in, landing, and saying, hey, Prek, I challenge you to a duel. What are you thinking? Oh, and also you do have an unconscious man who may not have brain damage right now.
Oh, he didn't wake up yet?
Great.
Oh, he hasn't woken up yet. You can try to wake him up, but he has not woken up yet.
I'm gonna try to wake him up.
Oh no. Not another shot, please. Just all right.
You come into the room and, like, I don't know, you say, oh, how do you wake him up? I should say, and I wouldn't advise shocking him again.
I shock it. So I'll open the door quietly, and if he's motionless and still in the same spot that we left him, I will slam the door behind me as violently as possible.
You guys hear a loud crash, and Malachi, you sense him kind of sitting up. You're going like sitting up, and for a minute he just kind of like stares forward, just staring like he's on like the bunk of the ship, and he is just staring right at the wall.
What's your name?
What? My name. What is my name?
I'm trying to think of a name. Hold on. I'm gonna name my Mandalorian. Hold on. I got this.
The Sith adopts the Mandalorian. Let go.
Oh, you poor Mandalorian. You don't remember your name. I will help you in this. Your name is Jaren. You're a low-ranking member of your clan.
Jaren, I am Mandalorian. I am my clan. Jaren. You kind of see like he looks at you like confusion, but still some fear in his eye.
Oh, you have nothing to fear with me. We're taking you home.
Mandalore?
I am not Mandalore. But perhaps I can take you to Mandalore. Would you like to meet him?
I want to go home to Mandalore.
Oh.
Malachi would know this. Star Wars, Mandalore, the person, the planet, or the state. They're all Mandalore. They're all.
The Sith fucking with this guy. Oh my god, we're so screwed. We're so screwed.
Well, if you could see underneath the mask, Malachi is smiling.
God, he's like a 9-year-old with a magnifying glass and a beetle.
Ants. I prefer ants. Well, Jaren, my good friend Jaren, do you believe that you can stand?
Yeah, I can stand. You see him kind of stand a little shakily on his feet. And one of the things you would notice immediately, no insight roll necessary. He's like, even when he was afraid of you guys, he still had a little bit of his like swagger, for lack of a better way to put it. Like he's a cocky guy. He looks confused right now. He's standing, he's shaky on his feet, he looks bewildered.
I think with a small bite to eat and a couple of words of encouragement from Mandalore, you'll be right where you need to be. Come with me. We'll get you something to eat, and you can have a discussion with Mandalore.
I don't like Mandalore. I like the planet. The Exalted's a bit of a nerf herder.
I know. You're about to meet the herdiest of all nerf herders, and I believe that you should say that directly to his face too. Let him know how you really feel, but be respectful when you call him a nerf herder.
All right, give me a persuasion check.
If I could, I'm also gonna cast Affect Mind on him, so that'll give me advantage on the roll.
He is definitely bewildered. He's not going to be one that's noticing the force around him. So go ahead.
Good.
This is so fun.
What was it? It was persuasion.
Actually, sorry, deception.
Deception. Got it. Okay, even better, actually.
He goes, I never wanted to meet Exalted, but I guess I can, you said respectfully call him a nerf herder?
Hey, I don't think he's gonna mind. He's been through some stuff and he could really do with some real criticism. But I think that you'll find him to be a lot better than what you believe. And he's a man definitely worth following. Definitely. But you don't need to hear it from me. I leave you to make your own decisions.
And will Mandalore take me back to Mandalore?
If you assist him in his endeavors, I full-heartedly believe that he will. And if he won't, I will make sure that you return somewhere nearby.
Okay. I mean, I guess. You see, he kind of shakily follows after you.
Yes, come. And I'll open the door and I'll be like, "Oh, Mandalore."
Oh, I have to see this.
Our young Mandalorian is awake and he humbly requests an audience. And I'll move towards Vars. It'll be like, "You're Mandalore."
A Mandalorian? What do you,
You're Mandalore. Just go with it.
all right.
Ah,
Has
Jaren
a camera
is his
recording.
name. Is this young Mandalorian's name? He has requested to meet you, Mandalore. And I'll just kind of like, and then back away.
I can see the flowy, like laughing to yourself, like bow, like oh here he is, and like backing away. I can just
Sorry. That was me. That was not Malachi. Malachi's dead serious.
Yeah, 100%.
Mandalore the Exalted.
Are you freaking kidding? Jaren. Hello.
Hi, Jaren. He said that's my name. Is that right?
Yes.
Well, you don't look how I thought you did, Mandalore the Exalted. But sir, you are a nerf herder, sir?
Respectfully.
C4 is going to save that clip and quickly send it over to President Aaron.
Is Malachi like giggling to himself while this whole exchange is going on? Okay.
Stone face.
I am, but
Malachi is still okay. All right. Well.
Yeah.
Okay.
He
Thank
said
you for sharing that with me.
He said,
Yes, home. Where is your
Mandalore.
home? To Mandalore. Don't you remember your time on Dom Bradden?
See, he kind of pauses and thinks. One of you, and pick who before you roll. Roll me a d20. Plus 10 good, minus 10 bad. Or above 10 good, below 10 bad.
I might shock him again. I think you should do it.
Okay. Whatever.
Don't mess up.
I mean, no pressure, right?
Ten. Even. Neither good nor bad. So you see him go, Dom Bradham? I think I had a good Carillion whiskey there. That good. Not home, but good drink, right? The Katina?
Yeah. Definitely.
Yes. Now, to get into Dom Braden, there was a certain code or passphrase or something, and I can't remember. Do you?
All right. This one is all four of you rolling. So everybody roll me a d20. Same thing. 10s are even. Below 10, bad. Above 10, good.
Oh, yo!
Nat 20, nice. Solid.
Good so far. Good so far. Oh,
Oh,
even. Still above. That was a D10.
it's literally even across the board. A
That
20
is-
and a 1 and an 18 and 8.
No, that
That's
was
a
a
D10.
D10.
You're looking for a D20 there.
straight up even. Like that's.
Oh, I rolled a D10. I'm sorry. That should have been a D20.
Oh, you did roll a d10. All right. Yeah, 20 it up.
20 it up.
Oh,
All right.
wait. Then even.
Pauses, it thinks. Yeah. Boss Drek. He had a transponder code, and we'd have to type it in when we came in. I think it was Alpha 673. Yeah, Alpha 673. You type it in, and then you go to the cantina and you drink, right? That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And excuse my interruption, Mandalore, but I also, in addition to this audience, I did promise him a ration or two for his cooperation and helping, and I'll wherever we keep our rations at, I'll hand them one of mine or whatever we've got on the ship. And you've earned this, and take your time remembering this. This is very important. This is how you get home. Keep in mind, without your assistance, we won't be able to accomplish our objective, and that objective is assisting the Vong in the capture of those that do not agree with their rule and their and how they see fit to rule this galaxy.
You can't see him munch all that. He goes, yeah, yeah. Those are some scary griffers. But yeah, Alpha
Oh,
678. Yeah, you'd say that. Alpha 678. Yeah. They'll let you in.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll
Alpha
give you a little bit more
672.
time. You did just wake up. 782 now.
Alpha 6, 7. Oh no.
H.
8.
Is it H?
Yeah, Alpha 67H.
Oh, okay.
C4 is looking at all this and leans over to Val. Prepare the airlock.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Hope you enjoy your meal.
You're better than people say, man. Lord the Exalted. You're still a nerf herder, sir, but you're better than people say.
See, now, didn't I tell you, Jaren, that he'd be able to take the criticism? That is a sign of a good leader right there.
Yes. I can take the criticism.
Lord Malachi, you have gained my respect this day.
But you guys have Jaren, as we're calling him now, eating the ration. You all are approaching Dom Bradan. The first code he gave you is Alpha 672. Are you guys rolling with that?
I mean, I don't know. I personally don't know much about transponder codes, but I'm just wondering, is there any way that we could test that out to see if that's authentic, or is that something that we would have to wait until we get there? And
it's definitely a transponder. It's definitely a code that would be acceptable, but there's really no way to test if it's a code they will accept, if that makes sense.
Okay, so it's a normal number of alphanumeric.
Yeah, so it's definitely one that could fit, but is it the one they use?
Okay.
All right, Val is going to do something, probably a bad idea. But when all else fails, use drugs. All right, so some of the drugs I picked up, I wish I would have picked up the int one. That would have been great.
That would have been
I
helpful.
did not. I picked up the Constitution one though. I'm gonna give him some drugs to maybe fortify the body and mind to see if it's helpful.
So you're going to drug him with stimulants. It's like Constitution, so body stimulants to hopefully help with his brain injury.
Yes.
Let's go! I love this party. We're gonna TPK the moment we land on this planet.
So, what is the name of the Constitution spice? Just out of curiosity.
Tihar.
TR.
This is there we go.
A colorless spirit. Yeah.
Oh, this one's a drink. All right. Yeah. Sweet. So, Val, I'll let you roll this one. Make you can use Val stats. This, but this is going to be for our poor friend. Make a wisdom save.
Oh, it's a terrible idea.
That's it. Probably better even with the damaged goods.
Hold on. Wait,
Yeah,
could
we
this
go.
be something we could help him with, or is this just in the moment?
So it wouldn't be like so you wouldn't be able to like give him advantage with helping, but if you have like a power or ability you can use, add onto it.
I do. C4 is going to reach into his pack and pull out some Zerker brand machinery, and we'll put on to whoever's rolling this mutation. I don't know why it didn't put on the description.
If you click on the card, there's a button somewhere they can make.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Info. So one of the abilities of mutation / augment, and this will be augment, that kind of idea of this, is that you can give the effect of, where is it? Force enhancement. And one of those effects is to give advantage on wisdom saving throws.
Sweet. So while Val's rolling the stat, we're gonna say you guys put this on the guy. So Val, how do you pass over this or how do you get him to take the drug? It's C4. What does this enhancement look like as you throw it on to Jaren?
So the enhancement, what it looks like, it's basically a Zerka brand belt with a couple of little needles that would inject into that would help with keeping you sharp, keeping you being able to basically tell what people are thinking, tell what's going on around you, and keeping you from getting your mind too confuddled, to help with confusion and whatnot.
Sweet. Val, how do you get him to take this?
Yeah, and so Val isn't approaching this as like we need this guy to help us. Val legitimately feels bad for this individual, and so I'm going to give him this this drink, and I'll pass it over to him and say, yes, this is a brew that I got from some other Mandalorians. I believe it's actually something you may have had. It fortifies the body and spirit for our journey.
You see, he goes, "Oh, cool! I like to drink." And you see him kind of down this and throw on the belt that C4 gives him. 15, solid. As you see him like down this drink and throw on this belt that's like poking and injecting him, his eyes clear up a bit, and he goes, "What the criff? What the criff is going on?" You can see him see Vars and Malachi and like jump back a little bit. Oh, Criff is a Criff. What are you doing here?
Calm yourself. I have a question for you, and your life depends on it.
Again.
What is the transponder code that you promised us, and you'll tell us now?
Alpha 742. Yeah, it's Alpha 742, but they don't know any of you Criffers. You have to be on cam as you say it.
Oh. Oh, no. Did anyone bring his helmet? I could put that on. It will cover the eyes.
So what was the code Alpha 67H for? Does that ring a bell?
I don't recognize that. You can see him looking close. My head really Griffin hurts.
Brain damage.
I'm going to ask you one more time. Repeat the code to me.
Alpha 742.
Alpha 742. I believe you.
My head really...
Your face will be front and center in the camera. What's your name?
What? My Vex. My name is Vex. And you see his kind of start to trail off as he says Vex.
Ah, crap. All right.
At least we know with intense chemical therapy, he can be brought back to his original intelligence. This isn't permanent. Now what Lord Malachi is about to do to him will be permanent.
All right, hold on.
Well, I'm not going to do anything. But Vars, we have the correct code and we have a name. If we simply have your helmet on and you identify yourself as Vex.
Nah, they might remember. They might notice the difference.
I could try my hand. I am a... You know, I have some abilities.
I could put on the Vex's helmet. And say the code. Alpha 742.
Correct.
Yeah. Alright, fine. Where's his damn helmet anyway?
Right here.
Okay. Alright. Well, and with that,
Vars will remove his own helmet.
Whoa! 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 What the hell? I'm just kidding. Jeez, man, shave. Have you ever heard of shower? God.
Maybe after this. And you're going to see a tired face. I was probably tired before I met you guys, but it hasn't helped.
Hold on a moment. I could see you on a Zucker brand advertisement for shaving products. You could get quite a little bit of cash for that. A little bit of photography.
Sure. At this point, if I survive this, I don't give a damn.
I'll give a call to Aaron immediately after our job.
Yeah. Well. And with that, he'll go ahead and slip on the helmet.
You slip on the helmet, and eventually the Zerka ship you guys have painted gold, a very intricate color of gold, emerges from hyperspace. And that's where we'll end today's session. We'll pick up next session with you guys diving in, seeing if the brain damaged Jaren or Beck, his code is accurate. And if you guys are able to land and start getting the lay of the land around Dambaran and seeing if you can find where the iridium huts or iridium mutts are, and see if you can break them away from making a deal with the exchange and Yuzon Vong and assassinate Commander, the Yuzon Vong commander as well. So we will pick up next session. Oh, one thing I wanted to ask you guys, since we've been a little bit behind, mostly due to my work schedule right now. Are you guys on to play next week? If not, we can. I know it's late notice on that side. We can definitely wait till 2 weeks from now. But if you guys are down, we can kind of meet next week and get a little bit further in this adventure.
Yeah.
I can't actually guarantee that because I will be arriving back in Germany, and it'll be actually because I have to play in the morning your guys' time. Yeah, I should be able to do that. That's fine. I'm off
Sure.
the next 2 days too. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll be severely jet lagged, so that will just add to more of the chaos that has been provided.
All right. Well, I'm good for that Tuesday as well.
Same.
Of course, we get perfect. So we will be back back-to-back weeks on this side to get back in the flow of things. So join us next Tuesday. What's that? The 26th?
26.
Yep, 26. As we dive back into occupation, and then make sure to come through next Thursday too for our live actual play of the Old Gods of Appalachia too. Well, thanks everybody for hanging out, and until next time, everybody.